What is up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro. And today we're going to talk about what I have been snagging in the past few weeks since all of that crazy Thanos business, when I've been collecting or stacking, or if I've had a shift in my strategy. Now, this is a video answer to my boys, Rob and Joe, the superstars. Shout out to the superstars. If you're not subscribed, go check out their video channel. But most of you probably are already subscribed. In their video, they asked, what are your thoughts about collecting right now? Should it be stacking undervalued, low-priced items, kind of like what I do? Or is it looking at the undervalued secret rare items? In fact, we were talking about secret rare items in my VeVe Telegram group, and I asked some of the awesome Crypto Pro VeVe members, what do you think the best deals are on the secret rares that have not gone off yet? So we've had a nice little discussion going on, but we will look at the exact items that I've been buying lately, and then I'll fill you in on why I'm in this gray area where I have really not decided what my current strategy is. To begin with, I'm sitting at the master level with 904 collectibles, 1,042 comics. I'm starting to build back up after I unloaded a ton of items during all of the Thanos FOMO that was going on, which, by the way, that kind of ended in a disappointment to me. I unloaded a ton of items, made a ton of gems, but then I burned a few items for those little stones that aren't worth more than, say, a quartz or even a rock, just a regular old rock, sitting around, 6.5 gems at the current time. But since then, I've gone ahead and I've spent about 1,000 gems on different things that I've had my eyes on. So we're going to look at that. So here we are. I have 912,376 MCP points, and I don't know if that will be useful for anything in the future. Who knows? I just have to wait and see. So I have taken some screenshots to make this go quicker, and I'm just going to show you some pictures of the items that I have snagged, and the first of which is the Tales of Suspense Iron Man, common and uncommon. This one I didn't get on the drop. Should have been paying attention because Dokta Strange, the one and only expert at the comics, had made a strong recommendation on this one, and I slept through the drop. So I ended up having to FOMO in and buy that common for, I believe, 38 gems, and I snagged the uncommon for 22. Both of those are in the green for me at this point. And I have been getting a lot of other comics on the cheap just by listening to Dokta Strange's video. Shout out to Dokta Strange, and thank you for all of your outstanding reports on the comics, because he's dropping bangers out there. And if you're not watching his videos, you're messing up. Okay, so moving right along. I had to go ahead and get this one because this is just retro and it's cool. I've got the rare of the more recent set, and I had to go back and get this classic yellow. I believe the yellow is the rare also from this set, as a matter of fact. Now, I think I picked this one up at somewhere around 39 or 40 gems, somewhere there. So that's one for the bag that I'm just going to have fun with and enjoy. I'm not going to sell it. I did pick up the tower because the FOMO hit since it was selling out. Don't know if this will come to anything, but I figured, hey, I'll buy this ugly thing that I don't like, and I'll just sell it. I'll wait until it goes up 10, 20 gems and sell it back again. So I'd rather have my gems in something that could possibly grow. And maybe this one will inch up a little bit since they are now sold out. I had to get this because it's just cool. And I think I picked it up at around 50 gems, and I'm in the black on it. But I'll probably sit on this one because I think this is one to hold until the bull market. Next, we have Jabba the Hutt, and I just had to get this because it's a classic. And I think I paid a good price for it, well below retail price. And it's inched up a few gems, but not making too much gains-wise, but I'll probably keep it. I didn't buy this one to flip and sell. I'm going to just have fun with this one. I did have to get the animated, whatchamacallit. I don't even remember what this thing is called, but this is, of course, from the RoboCop movie. And this is one cool animated NFT. I'll probably keep this one too and not sell it and just have fun with it. But this is something that if I had money to burn, I'd probably grab a stack of them just in case it goes bananas during the run, because we know that items that are animated that are not characters tend to do pretty well in the runs. And then also the artwork and the animation is better on things that are not a human being. You know, like the secret rare Luke that I have. I like to call him secret rare Mick Jagger. Ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. And that was the best $60 investment I ever made, landing that secret rare. But as far as artwork and animation, this one gets the win. Next, I had to dip back and get the Spider-Man Common. And I believe I pulled him for 89 gems, and I think it's gone back up just a little bit. But I had to have this one because it's a classic, and I will unload it during the next run. Now, VeVe. I had to get this thing because it's a secret rare, and I picked it up for 40 gems. Now it's at 50. So I am in the black on the VeVe. Now, Superman. Yes, I picked up a Superman at 330 gems. It has slipped down just a little bit, but I promised myself if the Superman ever went below 350, I would buy it. So I stuck to my guns and grabbed this one just because I've wanted one ever since, passing it up when it was retail, not sold out, on the market. And then I thought, I'll let it go below retail and I'll buy it. Then it went to 120 and I thought, it'll come back down. Then it went to 300. Then it went bananas. And we all know how high it went during the peak of the bull market. So I waited, let it come on back down. 330 gems is good enough for me, just in case it decides to make another run. And we don't know if it's going to go crazy like that, because recently it seems that the new shiny thing secret rare items are doing a lot better than classic items like Superman and Todd, which are way down. I believe, what was the Todd at? $14,000, maybe a little bit more. And now it's trading to what, 6 something, which is insane that you could have an item that was that high up and it's not doing so hot right now. And even though it's not a secret rare, when you look at old crusty secret rare items like the partner statue, you've got the new shiny thing, which would be Mick Jagger secret rare lightsaber wielding Star Wars character. Mick Jagger is above the partner statue, which is just insane. But I'm kind of glad that I've got an item that is actually priced above the partner statue, because I felt like that partner statue was just out of reach for me and I wasn't going to sell off a bunch of stuff and grab it. What do we have next? That's actually a BTC title. I need to go backwards to get to the last one. There is one other secret rare that I jumped back and got, and it happened to be the Jedi poster, which I bought at a price of 120 gems, only to watch it go down. But that's okay. I can leave a little bit on the table because there's only, 477 of these things? I think it's going to eventually go up. So this one, I don't feel bad that I bought in a little bit high. So here we sit where I am stuck in between the two strategies of snagging classics and secret rares that have not gone off yet, or stacking the low-priced items like I did, which benefited me well when the Thanos craze hit. That's when I had over, 40 common invisible women and sold them at 3 to 4 times the price when I was buying those things as low as 3 gems and sold them all in the range of 9 to 15 gems. When you have a stack of something that is very common, like I believe Rob was talking about me. He said that I probably have a stack of Ice Kings. Now, I did have 18 Ice Kings and sold off most of them in the last peak. I've only got 3 or 4 left, and now they're down to 22 gems. And I could get a pile. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But right now, I'm sitting on my hands as I don't want to spend money. I might sell off a bunch of items and then roll the dice and see if I can get something that's long lost and forgotten that might have one of these special deals, just like they did where if you burned the Invisible Women or some of the other Marvel characters that you could trade it in for that worthless piece of turd little gemstone, the whatever soul gem, or I can't remember the name of it. But if I happen to be lucky enough to sit on a stack where I've just piled up a bunch of something at a dirt cheap price, and then they do something like, hey, you can burn this for a reward, or you could trade this in for something else, or some type of crazy FOMO event hits, and I'm sitting on 10, 20, 30 of that item, then I can sell it at 10x of each one and pile those in for getting something else that is much more valuable. But we'll wait and see, and I'll have to really sift through and think about which items it could be. And I don't know what set it's going to be. Like right now, I've got a sprinkling of some of those new mighties for, 3, 4, and 5 gems, but I don't think they're ever going to get animated. They're not going to be playing video games and fighting in the VeVe-verse. And I don't believe that we're going to get some special contest going on with that, but you just never know. So we'll have to wait and see, keep our ears to the railroad tracks and listen in to the rumors. And as soon as I hear a rumor about something that is cheap, I might grab a big fat stack. So until then, I'm still stacking up comics that I think are at a very, very low price. And anything that Dokta Strange reports on that has real world value that is at a cheap price, I'm going to just keep on plucking those off in hopes that they're going to do big things in the bull run. And then maybe I'll be able to get back above water on some of the comics that I stacked that seem to be useless right now, that have no future value. I'll have to talk about which ones that I stacked up for, 15, 20 gems, ended up with like 15 or 20 each of them at that price, and now they're down to $1.99. Where there are other comics at $1.99 that I think will do better. And I'll tell you the reason why in the next video. So let's talk about strategy and let me know what your thoughts and opinions are about whether or not you should stack the cheap items with hopes of getting 10x, 20x, 30x each, or if you should focus on the secret rares that have not gone off yet. And that's all I've got, but I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. And if you would like to help me to defray the cost of producing this channel, you may do so with the giving of a super thanks. And I thank you in advance. Well, we will see you on the next edition. I'm Carlton. I'm out.